All right, party people, let's get into where you can actually use your market research within your business, within your content marketing, and certainly within your SEO strategy. If you have not caught the market research series, make sure that you go back and listen to that, because I'm going to give you some details to get down and dirty and do market research the easy way, but also the right way for your website copy. And in this episode, I'm breaking down where to plug your findings in for market research, how to use market research for content, where market research fits in with your SEO strategy, and spoiler alert, it might not be where you think it does, okay? So be prepared to take notes. We're gonna get right on into it. Hey there, fellow entrepreneur. Welcome to Simple SEO and Marketing. Do you want to grow your business with sustainable traffic sources? Have you heard about the power of search engine optimization and you want to take advantage of it to get more traffic, more eyeballs on your business? But when it comes down to it, does SEO feel complicated and hard to implement? Are you tired of wondering what in the heck to do with your website to get more traffic and more leads knocking on your door? What if I could tell you that there was a simple, proven system for using SEO, blogging, and copywriting to get leads from your website, and not just any leads, high converting leads. Hey, I'm Faith Hannon, wife, mama, copywriter, SEO strategist, and barrel racer. And for the last 8 years, I've been figuring out what works and what doesn't work in the world of online marketing to get organic traffic. And now I'm here to share all the things I'm learning in the trenches of SEO, copywriting, and content marketing. How does 300%, 500%, or even 12,000% more traffic in a year sound? What could your business do with that kind of traffic increase? How many more people could you help? So listen in and prepare to take notes. I'm about to drop simple, actionable SEO marketing and copywriting tips, all with a heavy dose of Jesus-loving encouragement. Let's get you more traffic and more leads so you can help more people with your God-given gifts. All right, y'all, so we have dug into market research pretty deep in this series. We talked about why market research really matters and overcoming some mindset issues surrounding market research. We talked about what to look for in market research and then how to actually do market research, like the nitty gritty. So today, I really want to dig into how to actually use your market research, right? Because what good is it if you don't know how to use it, right? You can have the best research in the whole world, but if you have not applied it correctly to your business, your offers, all of the right places, then you just wasted a ton of time and potentially money. So one of the questions that I get / issues I get a lot with copywriting clients, which I love being able to help people with this, so don't take this the wrong way, y'all, but people will do market research, which I love. Market research is actually part of my onboarding process for website copy clients. Like, you got to do the research before I can write the copy, okay? But what I'll find is sometimes people will be like, oh, so-and-so said XYZ, I want to put that here. And I'm like, well, that's great, but that's not where we put it, okay? So we're going to walk through that. Now, to get to this point, you have to have done market research. You have to have talked to the people. You have to have said, teach me the language of your people. You have to know what your ideal client avatar, which I hate that term sometimes, but you have to know what your ideal client actually wants, okay? What they need. And you need it in their words, okay? But now what do you do with it? Okay, so I've got a list of places where you can use this market research really strategically, okay? Number one is in your offers. You need to know what your people want and work that into how you speak about your offers. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be a liar McLiar pants and actually say that your offer is one thing when it's a different thing because that's what the people said they want. No, but sometimes the language that we use to speak about what it is we do, about, what our offer does, sometimes the language we use in our brains is vastly different than the language that our ideal client is using. This is a thing for multiple reasons, but usually because we are more of an expert in our area than they are, hence why they need our help, right? But when you can take what your people have said about their problems and integrate that into your offer, then you're going to be solving a problem that they already know that they have, instead of convincing them that they have a problem and then trying to convince them that you're the answer to it, okay? So I want you to use your market research in your offer, okay? How does this work? Well, let's say that you are a fitness coach for moms, okay? And everybody you talk to is like, I just want to lose weight. I just want to fit into my good jeans again. I just want to, but you're over here talking about, food management and body positivity or whatever your stick is. They aren't going to resonate with what you're talking about because they just care about where they're at. So you need to change your messaging to match what they're at. Like, you're still getting them the same results. You're still helping them feel good in the skin they're in. You're still helping them get in shape. You're still helping them have a healthy food mentality. But you're doing it, quotes, so that they can lose weight because that's what they want. Now, you're going to move them beyond what they want into what they need in your paid offer. But if you only talk about what they actually need, they're not going to resonate with you and they're going to move on to somebody that does talk about what they need, okay? So I want you to talk about, use the words, use the language of your people in your offers, okay? And this includes like how you market your offers in terms of like your SEO, your ads, your content marketing, maybe any graphics even that you do. And this certainly applies to your sales page copy, okay? Now, the second place I want you to use your market research is in your copywriting. But if the language that your people use is different than keywords that show up in your keyword research, you have to use them in different places. This does not mean that you can't use your market research findings and the words of your people on your sales page. You absolutely should, but you cannot use that language in key SEO places, okay? Now, you also need to use their language in your blog posts, okay? Because if you can create content consistently around what your people are talking about, then they're going to resonate with you even more. You're going to build trust, build authority, and eventually get that sale, okay? Now, you also need to talk about your market research findings inside of your emails. Now, if you are not sending regular emails, please do. Your email list is so valuable of an asset in your business, and people want to receive emails from you or they would not have signed up, okay? But the cool thing about emails is you're not fighting a big algorithm. You're not fighting SEO. You're not fighting for attention as much as social media or even Google. You get to speak right to the person. And using your market research words, using the words that come out of the people's mouths within your emails is such a valuable way to connect with them on like a gut level, because you're not just looking for the traffic and the clicks, you're actually speaking to the person. So I want you to absolutely work your market research results into your email marketing strategy. Okay, one additional way that I want you to use your market research within your content is in your content pillars. When you comb through your responses, I want you to kind of categorize things. Okay, this person was asking for help about food. This person was asking for help about time management for workouts. These people were asking for help in general about, actual workouts, right? Like, figure out your content pillars, the general categories of your content based on your market research, because when you learn from me, we can figure out how to make that market research fit SEO, okay? But I don't want you to be trying to necessarily always look for the SEO angle first without actually knowing your people, okay? And on that note, your market research is going to give you so many content ideas. So make sure that you are writing down your content ideas in your master content list, because I don't want you to be drawing a blank when it comes time to sit down and create content. I want you to be able to grab your master content list, be like, whoop, there it is, and start creating content, because you already have the ideas captured when they come to you. Now, for using their words for SEO. Now, one of the things that I love to do inside of Ubersuggest, my favorite keyword research tool, in case you didn't know, is I love to go into Ubersuggest and just start putting in some of the language that people have given me. Inside of the keyword idea section, I'll just start putting in some of the words that people have given me, okay? Sometimes it comes up as search friendly, sometimes it doesn't. But then what I'm able to do is I'm able to take those ideas that they've given me and be like, oh, what if I phrased it like this, or like this, or like this? It gives you a great starting place for figuring out, okay, the connection between, okay, they're saying this, but they're probably typing this. And then that allows you to show up as the solution they're actually looking for when they type things into Google. Okay, so this flow of market research and using your market research inside of your offers, your copy, your blog posts, and your content pillars, and then taking that, creating, oh my goodness, so many content ideas, using their words for SEO. This is all part of my website copywriting package. When I help clients refine their messaging so that they can get in front of the right people and connect with the right people. If you are looking at your website and you're like, ooh, like your initial reaction is like the Lucy face, like, ooh, and you make that noise on the inside when you read your website copy, then let's chat, because I have some openings for website copy in the next couple months. And I want to help you speak to your people, get found by Google, and ultimately generate exponentially more leads and sales in your business. So click the link in the show notes or just shoot an email to info@faithhannon and we'll chat and see if this is a good fit for your business. If not, I'll tell you because I don't want to waste your time, my time, or your money. So be blessed. Take your market research, plug it into your offers, plug it into your copy, use it for blog posts, content ideas, and to kickstart your keyword research. All right, y'all, we'll come back at you next week. Bye. Thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully this episode gave you some really tangible tips for better SEO and marketing to get more leads and more sales from your website. If it did, can I ask you a quick favor? Would you please share this episode with a friend and then just take 10 seconds and go leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That is the very best way to help more Jesus-loving entrepreneurs scale their businesses so that they can help more people with their gifts and make an even bigger impact for the kingdom of God. And guess what? We now have a Facebook community where we can learn, hang out, and laugh. Go join the Facebook group now. It's linked in the show notes. And all the other things, courses, coaching, and copywriting can be found at my website, faithhannon.com. Until next time, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.